In meditation, we develop wholesome initial application. We keep bringing our mind to an object that is real. We have air element, we have feelings, we look into the mind itself. What is this mind? How it arises? How it passes away? What type of mind is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it wholesome? Is it unwholesome? Then you recognize the wholesome mind brings a lot of peace and happiness. Unwholesome mind brings a lot of unhappiness and pain. Reality objects. Objects that are real. They are not make-believe. They are not created. They are not concepts. So, we go into these objects of element. Initial application. But of course, this object is not a pleasant object. When you watch the rising, falling, or you watch the breath in and out, this object is not pleasant. So the mind not automatically stay on the object because it's not pleasant. But if it is a pleasant object, wow, very easy to sustain. You put the mind there and sustain. Pleasant objects like what? Like eating nice food, like watching television, a nice program, like hearing music that you like, thinking thoughts, pleasant thoughts, like people praising you, happy thoughts. When you think that, okay, I'm retiring, I'm going around the world, pleasant thoughts. Might sustain, very easy, direct and wholesome to the mind, the objects, and go round and round, sustain. Like a bee going towards the flower, and then it's flying around the flowers. Or a bird taking flight, that's what the book says. Taking flight to the air and gliding in the sky. It's so fantastic, just glide, just follow the wind. Sustained application of mind. Can we do something about these? What can we do about these? Yes, we can do a lot about these. How can you do a lot about these? The other side. One is the objects that your mind direct into it, towards the object, because it is pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. One is automatic. One is searching. You're just searching for objects. And one is automatic because you got eye, you wake up, you see. It's automatic unless you're blind. And another is because it is pleasant object. But sometimes even unpleasant objects, the mind want to see. People say, look, there's a big pile of dung on the road. What? The big pile of dung is not pleasant, but you still want to see. It's something strange. It's something, how could a big dung there on the road? You want to see what dung is it? Is it a cow shit or dog shit or elephant shit? Still you want to see. It's the object. What's next? Object. Now, why do you want to see? The roots. Some are motivated by the roots. The roots to see, the roots to hear, the roots to smell, to taste, to touch, to feel. The roots. Craving roots. The craving to see. So therefore the mind always directed towards pleasant things to see. Craving roots. To hear, when we are down, we switch on the music. It's not nice, we change channel, we change the movies, because it's not nice. We want something nice. The craving to seek for food. The craving factors that directs the mind towards what? Enjoyment, pleasure, worldly happiness. That's what we are. That's what we are in this world. We are born with senses And we are always searching for worldly pleasure, what this world is given to us, what this world has for us. In Malaysia, we were lucky, we have a lot of things. We have a lot of beautiful things. We have a lot of food, nice food to eat. We have television, we have everything. You can just switch on the radio and get music for free. We have a lot of enjoyment in this world of ours. Of course, if you go to countries where it is war-torn, they're fighting and killing each other, you don't have everything. You know, in some countries, they can't even have one egg to eat. This lady says that I haven't eaten one egg in months. One egg. Of course, they can't even find a hen. Where can they find eggs? where can they find hens when the countries are fighting and killing each other? What can be eaten is eaten. So where can you find a hen that lay eggs? And of course, for months, she can't even find an egg to eat. But in Malaysia, you can just go next door and order 2 eggs. Very nice. Okay, you want it just half boiled. That's it. Not fully boiled. It's quite cheap for us to do it. Everybody can afford to eat 2 eggs. Anytime we want, morning, afternoon, or evening, we can enjoy 2 eggs. Goes very well with coffee as well. Yeah? We have quite a happy life actually, because the world that we are living is the world that comes into contact with the sense and object that is our world. The other world are just a mind make-believe. We talk about America, Europe. Oh, how fantastic. Their life is so fantastic. Wow, they have the latest this and that. Wow, they live in bungalows. Yeah, it's a make-believe world that you're living in your thoughts. But the reality is only the space that you encounter every day. And the space that we encounter are very small. Actually, we live in a very, very small world. We encounter with our loved ones, our parents, if they're still around. We're very lucky with our brothers and sisters, if you have any. Our colleagues, and those that you can get along and you mix with, you talk with, you go out and buy shirt with. Those objects that they come in contact with every day, they are the very few objects. The people who sell in the market who sell vegetables and fish that you come into contact with. The rest you go back and do your cooking, your washing, and your cleaning, and in your house where there's no people there. They are going out for work or they go to school. Then you sleep. The next morning it comes again. You go marketing or take your children to school. You hardly see 10 person the whole day that you know and interact with. That's our world. Our world is a very small world outside. Without contact, the big world is in the inside world. The cetasikas, the mental states that we deal with every day in our mind is the big world that we are living in. And sometimes we stay so much inside, we get confused of the outside. And you think, am I living now? Or am I not living now? Am I really existing or am I not existing? Because you're existing mostly in your internal world. A small fraction of your life is existing in the present world. And you feel that you're like a robot. You just play a function. You go to the market, you buy this, and you correct your children from school, and you go back, feed them, and give them some scolding. After that, see that they study, then you go to sleep. Tomorrow wake up another day. And especially elderly people like me, it's a bonus. We live day to day. You don't know whether there is a tomorrow when we wake up. It's a small world. And when we grow old, our contact become less. Me, for example, when I give a lot of talks, I got a lot of calls and the people calling me, but as I can't give so many talks. Now my world getting smaller and smaller. I get fewer and fewer people calling me, and my contact becomes smaller and smaller. And my wife said, "Aren't you lonely?" I said, "No, I'm not lonely. I'm happy being alone. Me and my world." Me and my world. Me and my world. And what is my world? My inner world. I have all these cetasikas, I have all these mental states in my mind to deal with. I'm not alone. It's a wonderful world inside. If you're able to watch them, see what's happening inside. It's a wonderful world. It's an interesting world inside. And you see a lot of things inside. What do you see outside? Outside is just a very small portion of our life. Do you have a big portion of your life outside? How many people that you know, you meet in a day? Can you count the 2 fingers in your hand that you interact every day? Unless you got a big family, you got a whole dozen of brothers and sisters. Yeah? Otherwise, it's a small, small world we live in. Because this is the world. Buddha said, his long, phantom body is the world, the beginning of the world and the end of the world. With this consciousness. So we come back to initial application of mind. There we have these roots cause that direct our attention towards the world. So we need to handle these two. One is the object, the other is the inner world. What is this? What is this that's metta? So we know, okay, the mind is a lot of directing towards present object. And when you look deep into it, yes, if you can, the mind direct to the object, it can be sustained and it can bring joy. Because if you have money, you say, I want to go and eat this food. Yes, I wake up early in the morning. Today I'm going to eat some char kway teow. Okay, which shop is good? That shop is good. Initial application of mind. You wake up, I'm going to have this breakfast. Then sustain. Okay, I got the money. I got a car to drive there. Okay, I'm able to go there and eat. Then you drive there, you sustain the mind all the way. Now if you don't sustain halfway, you say, I change my mind. I don't want char kway teow now, I want to char kway. I don't sustain it. Then you say, okay, I want to eat other things. You sustain it, you go there, and you sit there, and the food comes out the way you like it. The way you like it. If it's not the way you like it, you get angry. The way you like it, it comes out very nice with big prawns. Then you taste it, then joy arises. But this joy is from enjoyment, not the wholesome type of joy, but this unwholesome type of enjoyment. But it is alright. You're not harming anybody. You're happy. The char kway teow fella is happy because he got business to do. He's making money from you. You're not harming him. He say, I hope you come every day. He's happy, you're happy. Money rightly earned. You enjoy, then after eating, you are satisfied, you're really happy with this food. Then your mind it stays there. Then you think it's contentment, but it is not the wholesome type of contentment. It is being satisfied. After you enjoy, you're satisfied, then you say, okay, I'll come again next week and have the same food again. Or you think of your brother, my brother coming from outstation, I will bring him to eat here. You mix the mind strong, enhance it, concentrate the mind, remember, I will come here, it is good, this food. It is alright if it is fulfilled, if the object is pleasant and fulfilled, then we lead a happy life, here and now. The Buddha never say all is suffering, no. There are some speakers who say life is suffering, everything is suffering. No, there's a lot of pleasure in this world, so we can't let go. If all is suffering, all of us will not be in this world. Right? We will not be in this world. We'll be running away from this world. But life is a lot of happiness. Because of what? Because of pleasant object. But example is, let's say Malaysia. If you have money, it's a nice world to stay because things are available. You go to supermarket, you have everything you need. It's there. And in Klang, very nice food. It's a lot of happiness. And life is a blessing. What you wish for is fulfilled. You wish for this, you got it. You wish for that, you got it. Life is very pleasant if you can control your craving. You don't let your craving goes beyond what you can afford. If you can control it, be satisfied with what you can afford. Measure the cloth accordingly to your shirt. Then you could lead a relatively happy life, even if you are not spiritual. Even you don't have to chant every day or chanting every day or go praying to God every day. You could lead a quite contented, happy life because your wishes come true, what you want. Your senses are fulfilled. So there are a group of people whose wishes are fulfilled. They are not religious person. They come listen to the Dharma talk. What Dharma talk you're talking about? Come, let's go to pray to this God. This is very powerful. What God you're talking about? I got what I want. What God are you talking about? What more God do I want? I have everything I want. I have 3 cars. I have Mercedes cars. I have a big bungalow. I have beautiful children. I'm not sick. I'm healthy, mind and body. I can go traveling. I got holidays. End of the year. What more do I need to pray for? What I have, what I need, I have. So there's a group of people. They're non-believers. They don't have to believe in anything. Because they have good karma. In the Buddhist teaching we say, they have good karma. In the past life, they've done something good. So in the present life, they reaped what they have sown. What they planted. Now they're eating their fruits of the labor in the past life.